Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. David Johnson on his way. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. David Johnson on his way. And finally brought down at the 38. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front, and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Very left.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Throwing now is Keenum, eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Keenum going to try and throw on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Always got some breathing room. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Look at this spin. Balance. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Carr now on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Now it's Carr. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Let's go, let's go. Jam, jam. Here we go, boys. We got three, fellas. We got three.
The final shot before half for Keenan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Now it's Wilson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
22. Roger. Hey, down.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. They'll roll him up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Down, 185.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 52. Get out, we're good. Check 26, check 26.
They go to Johnson again. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Raiders have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it. All the time, you would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Down, 180.
On second down, here's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
7:34. Monday, down. You wide, Eddie?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his pass incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Go. Get set.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is Clark. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Wilson. They find some open field here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now a first down throw. Keenum looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
No, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Keenum to throw. Buying time to his left. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. David Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip for the cap.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Levante David able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Fighting to stay upright. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
6:37.
From the gun, it's Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. Carr will try it again on second downs. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Oh, hurdle time. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Marquell Lee in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
22.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, 50.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And all the way home for a Broncos score. David Johnson, 33 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Keenum. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Carr now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
7:34.
To throw again. Carr trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught at the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, you got three down. Hey, watch that.
Now Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Carr. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No, not running. Keenum wants to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The Broncos on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, go, Roger. Hey, orange.
To throw is Keenum. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Carr to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Keenum's going to throw it here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the ground, this is Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.